What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 17th of December. It's 2017, and what you are looking at right now is a video that is available to this very moment on Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts website. This is a proposal by David Keith and Daniel Schrag, and it explains how in the year 2017, which we are at the very end of, they are going to begin spraying the atmosphere to reflect the sun's light back into outer space, thereby saving us from global warming. This is an illustration right here. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is something that's been going on for a long time. David Keith, the man you're looking at right now, has been behind it the entire time, and now, for whatever reason, they have come out. Now, what is a solar shield, you may ask? Well, you can listen to them explain it, or you can see it in real time, as I did today. Stand by. This is video taken right over the Atlantic Ocean on a Sunday morning. This is all in a 4-hour period. As you can see, the sky is a pale blue. The sun is out, kind of, but they have started spraying. You can see the trails right here. This will get much worse. Again, the sun is out, the sun is shining, everything is fine, it's kind of cold out, but the planes come out in force. This is from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Solar Shield, 2017. This is how they do it. They'll continue spraying, and bear in mind, Logan Airport is right over here, so I've been watching airplanes for 40 plus years of my life. This is nothing new. And yes, I've spoken to lots and lots of people in this field. Here we go. It's about 30 minutes later. They're still spraying the sky, except they've stepped it up exponentially. There are much more aircraft in the sky, and they're doing a weaving pattern, much like you would make a stitch in a piece of fabric, or perhaps to do leather, something to that effect. But they're laying these out, and then they're intertwining them. I'll get a shot of that in a minute. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're, the ubiquitous X that's always there. Everyone sees the X's. So here you go. They spray 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they spray one in the center, and it turns into a giant shield, for no other word. This has been going on for decades. Now, by the end of the day, there'll be an enormous blob in front of the sun, which completely and utterly shuts the sun's ability to heat the earth, heat us up, heat up plants, trees, animals, and everything else. And it happens very quickly. There you go. 1, 2, 3, and then they go right through it, just like the stitching on clothing. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And for those that don't understand that this isn't a conspiracy theory, if you just turn your head upward, you'll see it, because it's up there to see every single day. But I digress. And 20 more minutes have elapsed, and the sky is now filling up nicely, and it's only in front of the sun, of course, which gives you these beautiful reflective, this is metal reflecting. That's what the rainbow effect is. These aren't sundogs. We don't live in the Arctic or in Newfoundland or anything like that, but they're just bearing down on the sun. You're watching solar shield being deployed. This will get exponentially worse. Exponentially worse. You should not see this. This is not normal. And this sky is already littered with chemical spray. Geoengineering, solar remediation, whatever you want to call it, it's bad for humanity. And 20 more minutes has gone by. Here we go. Same location. The sun is moving. As you can clearly tell it's the same location by the trees and as the sun moves through it, in case anyone thinks this is being photoshopped. But notice the large blanket of white, metallic, barium, strontium, aluminum, depleted blood cells, who knows? But notice that it's all gathered up directly in the path that the sun will be crossing soon. There you go, and the planes are still flying straight into it. Now notice, at the end of the day, the planes completely stop. Everything is completely gone. And yes, I was solar charging the batteries on my vehicle while it was still available. That will change in 30 more minutes.
It doesn't get us out of the need to cut emissions. In the end, if we want a stable, safe climate, we have to bring global emissions to zero. But the combination of solar geoengineering and emissions cuts can get us climate benefits that you can't get with emissions cuts alone.
Maybe you grew up believing everything you've heard from television and from scientists and from television shows, Bill Nye, whatever. Ask me, answer this question for me. How is it that what I'm showing you right now, which is today, directly over the ocean, how is any of this good for humanity? How is blocking out the sun good for anything whatsoever at all? They are killing our planet, nothing more, nothing less. And this is 3:30 in the afternoon. So there we go. There we go. The sun is securely behind solar shield. Notice the sky is the planes have completely stopped. No one's spraying anything at all anymore, and the sun is entirely blotted out. So much so that it's leaving a halo all around in the chemicals in the atmosphere. Now think about this. Those chemicals that are up there reflecting like a rainbow, you're breathing in, and so aren't your children and everyone you know. That won't last very much longer. Autism, anyone? And it's 30 minutes to sunset, and they do their final push. Here we go. Non-stop, non-stop. The sky looks like a horror movie right now. An absolute horror movie. This looks like the atmosphere on Saturn or Mars or some alien planet. It certainly doesn't look like Earth. And yet there it is. There it is. In less than, 5 hours, they managed to obliterate the entire sky. They told us they were going to do this year, and I told you they told us, and no one seems to care. Everything that they're spraying up there, we're breathing in. All of these things explain the enormous, not upticks, the massive jumps in Alzheimer's and autism, because we're not supposed to be breathing in heavy metals. It doesn't work out for humanity. And there's your end result. The sun is just about to set, and yet the sky is lighting up in all sorts of directions. The sun is nowhere near this over here, yet the sky's all lit up. Doesn't really make very much sense. Looks exactly like something you'd see in a horror film. This is solar geoengineering. Global warming is because they've been doing this since the 80s, even earlier. It's incredibly easy to research. How can you deny what it is you're seeing directly over your head every day? I can make a video like this every single solitary day without fail. And people that don't understand it will just ignore it. Well, you're going to have to answer for that. I've done my share. We live in an enormous experiment run by people that are completely driven by money and evil, because the two can basically be separated, in my opinion. Absolutely outstanding how they could manage to do this. Imagine being able to block out the sky. Imagine taking all that time, energy, effort, and money. You never see that. You never ever see that. Think about Fukushima. Think about Iraq. How many years did we go into Iraq for something they didn't even do? We invaded that country. Look at the sky over the ocean. Look at the beach. The entire beach is dead. There's no more crabs. There's no more starfish. There's no more sea urchins. There's no more sea anemones. The entire place is dead. In less than 50 years that I've been alive, this entire place is dead. People need to wake up, because the time, I don't even know if there's any reason to be putting this video up anymore, because time is out. And you people, for the most part, other than my subscribers, won't see it coming. I'll leave you links to Harvard's website so you can read about it on your own. But at this point right now, it's old news. They told us about this a long time ago. And it's exactly what they have been doing. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.